When you are being feminine, it means simply that you are bettering yourself. You are on your self-improvement journey, okay? You are using what you are naturally created as, and you're bettering it. So when you're practicing how you're speaking, when you're speaking calmly, softly, clearly, you are embracing your femininity. But those are also good and core communication skills that you are developing to better yourself. And of course, when you're bettering yourself in a world filled with people who like to be stagnant or who are okay with being stagnant, of course they're going to be ruffled by it. So what do you do? Hi ladies, this is Krista and welcome to the Feminine Takeoff. I'm here to have a little girly girl chit chat as we speak about our femininity and how maneuvering in the world as a feminine woman, as a woman who, or as a young lady, or as a person who decided to embrace their femininity, decided to embrace their self-betterment. How do you get received by the world? Surrounded by either masculine people who are supposed to be feminine but choose to be masculine, or people who are supposed to be feminine but circumstances, whatever circumstance that is, has forced them into staying in a masculine role. And so those people, sometimes they don't even mean harm, right? But because we're in a world where not a lot of people have done their inner work. I'll give you guys an example. I feel like this is with a lot of other feminine beings. When I see something that is really nice, it inspires me, okay? If I see a Rolls Royce, or if I see a girl achieving something that I desire to achieve, I would say, I'm next. I would think, how did she get here? How can I tap into that kind of energy? How can I learn from this energy? How can I tweak it to make it my own, right? But not everyone has that kind of spirit. Not everyone has that spirit of wanting to better themselves to a point where they can be inspired. A lot of times when some people see things that they like, things that truly do inspire them, they get ruffled, they get upset. They think, how is it that I am working this hard? How is it that I don't have this thing? How is it that I'm working so hard, yet that person seems to effortlessly accomplish it, or at least what seems to be effortless, right? Let me tell you something, ladies. There is anything that someone does that is truly successful requires some type of intent, okay? It doesn't have to be effort as far as like, working hard with a hammer and like hitting wood or whatever you use a hammer for. But everything that someone has that is something of longevity and success has been made with intention, okay? And intention sometimes is not easy to achieve. Intention requires discipline. Intention requires you to say, hey, I can't go to that party. I can't drink that drink. I can't eat that food. I cannot follow that diet. I can't go play that game. I can't go mingle with these people. I can't go spend my money like this. I cannot go waste my money like this. I cannot go do this and that everyone is doing and fine with it. Everyone who is in the rat race is fine with. Why? Because I am moving with intention, okay? That's what intention requires. It truly requires discipline. But ladies, if you are feminine, that means that you are intentional. That means that you move with intention. And when you move with intention and you're put together, sometimes to some people, it might seem like it is effortless. It might seem like, oh my God, you're so lucky, or whatever people may say. But only you truly know in your heart that everything you do and have required so much discipline, so much intentions, and so much sometimes even hard work. as I'm bettering myself, as I'm moving through my femininity journey, I'm going through life's highs and lows as well, right? And I'm noticing that women who are feminine, who truly are feminine, I don't mean her hair is done, her makeup is done, and she's dressed nice. I mean women who truly have decided to better themselves, the core of who they are, their heart, their spirit, and so on and forth. These type of women, they do not have time to put other women down. They do not have time to disrespect other women. They don't have time to gossip. They don't have time to have meaningless, disrespectful thoughts and conversations and actions towards other people. So when you feel yourself getting attacked, when you feel yourself getting, jealousy, or people, behaving a certain way towards you, when you truly know that you didn't do anything to warrant it, and it's just because they're envious or jealous, or it's just because they don't have anything better to do, you know that you are on the right path, okay? It might feel difficult sometimes, but feminine ladies, please do not fret, okay? Just keep focused on your journey. Keep focused on your mission. If they've hurt you to a point where you have to cry, secretly go and shed those tears. For me, I haven't had a good cry in a long time, but sometimes when I'm so hurt, or sometimes I need to release my tears and go and cry. When you go and cry, it doesn't mean you're going to accept defeat. It means that you're going to replenish yourself, okay? You're going to get inspired. Have you ever cried, ladies, or been really upset at something, and then after you're done with those tears, you come back stronger, you come back with a better idea on how to defeat or ameliorate the situation that you're in? That's okay. If someone does something to you that you feel so defeated, go privately, go to your God if you believe in God, go privately to a trusted source, a family, or a really, really trusted friend. Go confide and go release it. Journal about it if you don't have any of those things. When you journal, if you believe in God, I believe in God, I always talk about that. When you journal to God. I was journaling the other day and I was like, God, Father, how can I pull myself through this situation? Guide me through this situation. Guide me through this obstacle. Okay, ladies? So don't feel like you're so defeated that you can't even release the defeat. You can't even cry, or you can't even be sad. It's okay, ladies. Part of being feminine is to be one with your emotions, not to let them control you, but to embrace them in order for you to understand them, in order for you to allow them to guide you, and so on and forth. And another thing that I wanted to say is, as I'm on this femininity journey, I meet women who are also either naturally feminine, or who are on their femininity journey, or who are also on their self-improvement journey. So a lot of times when I say femininity journey, I don't mean just lipstick and clothing and pretty things, right? I also mean self-improvement. And when I started this self-improvement journey and this femininity journey, I tried, and I was really mindful to surround myself with people who are already there, or who are on that path. So it's oftentimes, though, I realize as I'm continuing and growing into the woman that I am, I'm realizing that a lot of people are not in the journey and are not in the business and do not have the intention to better themselves. Why? Because it is uncomfortable, because it takes time, it takes effort, it takes intention, it takes work, right? It takes inner work to get things done, to become the best version of yourself, okay? They'd rather be stuck in front of the TV. They'd rather show up with a messy butt and then look at the person who spent hours getting ready and say, oh my God, why are you doing that? How much time do you have in a day, and so on and forth. They rather use the little bit of energy they have for negativity, which is really unfortunate. Had they used that kind of energy to better themselves, not even to better somebody else, but just to better themselves, they would go so far, if only they knew that. But as us feminine ladies, when we maneuver through life, to society, through peers and so on and forth, it's okay to understand and realize that you may be attacked in some ways. Just because people are just jealous, it takes time. A lot of times, I was just telling someone that I've been busy traveling and working, and I haven't been in my house in like a month, right? And they're like, oh, if I hadn't been in my house for a month, I wouldn't look like that. Or how do you even wake up and have the energy to keep going? And I think to myself, wow, this person really doesn't have the intention, the fire, the drive to better themselves, okay? The drive to accomplish a goal. When I have a goal in my mind, I will crawl, run, walk, slide myself to that goal, to that intention, okay? The only thing that can and will stop me is death. And even then, probably in the afterlife, I'm probably hunting that golden dream. This is why I'm single. Just kidding. But ladies, so it's okay to understand that sometimes your femininity journey might be a journey where you're not going to be surrounded by people who cheer you on all the time or who love you. There will be people who admire you. And when people admire you, they can be kind, they can be polite, and they can be jealous and hostile. It is all a form of admiration. Because if someone doesn't truly care about you, they will leave you alone. Okay? But if they're getting out of their way to go taunt you, to ridicule you, to insult you, to make you look bad, it simply means that they admire you. It simply means that they see you shining and they want to dim that light because they know truly and deeply in their heart that they could never compare. They could never compete, ladies. So keep that in your mind as you are on your femininity journey, as you're on yourself, as you are in your self-improvement journey, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. They just not have met themselves where they want to meet themselves. And they're not happy that somehow in this storm and difficulty that you are in, that you are still somehow meeting yourself where you intend on meeting yourself. It's crazy to them. It's mind-boggling to them. Okay? They're just admiring you. If you are not admirable, they will not chase you around. They will not notice you. So ladies, do not let them dim your light. Keep faith, okay? Keep strong. Keep feminine. Stay feminine. The people who are meant to notice will notice, okay? Imagine you're feminine, minding your business, wearing your little clickety-clack heels, putting yourself together, getting your education, and then someone's like, oh, look at that girl. Sometimes they may be able to tarnish your name, but when someone sees you in your essence, in your glory, whatever they've done or attempted in tarnishing your name, they will be left embarrassed. Okay, they're gonna be like, oh my god, I thought you said this person was lazy, but she's got more work done than all of you put together. Now they're gonna start to look at the person who's talking badly about you. They're gonna be like, I just had this conversation with this girl who you said was so rude. She was actually truly caring. Okay, so don't worry. Keep your kindness. And I mean to also say, ladies, there's a difference between kind and being a doormat. If you're confused and you don't know what the difference is, it's okay to just be polite. Okay, if you don't know how to differentiate being kind to being a doormat, just be polite. So what does that mean? If someone says, oh, can I come do this for you or with you, and you don't want their energy, be polite and say, no, thank you. If someone starts gossip around you and then you don't want to interact with them, but you don't know how to be kind, you can just say, oh, thank you so much for your time. It's good to see you. Okay. Oh, please excuse me. I gotta go do this. I gotta go write this. I gotta go fix this thing. I have to go check my makeup in the mirror. I have to go help this person. I have to go volunteer. I have to go do my homework. I have to go do my housework. I have to do this and that. Okay, You can be polite and politely seek your way out of things that do not serve you. There's nothing wrong with that. Please be safe. Please be safe out there. This is a beautiful world. There are so many good people in this world, and there are also people who have not yet met themselves where they want to meet themselves, okay? And all you can do is keep your feminine self, keep your polite self, and do what is conducive to your success, and leave the rest to God. Leave the rest to your higher being. I know this is really difficult, but if you are in a work environment and someone is giving you an extremely hard time, and no matter what you do, they're just not relenting, just pray about it. Ask for guidance, okay? Find a way to just maintain yourself. But please, ladies, do not dim your light. Do not dim your light because some insecure person is offended about you taking time to better yourself. People notice nice things. Some people notice it to push it down, but nonetheless, they notice it. They can't help it. Human beings are wired to notice things that are nice, okay? Capitalize on that. Make that work for you in the best way possible. You do not have to conform. Some people can say, oh my God, why is it that you're saving yourself for marriage? Everybody's, doing whatever they want to do, and everybody's having baby daddies, everybody's having children out of wedlock, everybody is just working hard and struggling. And why do you want to save yourself for the best person for you? Just say, if it's working out so well for you, you keep doing that. You keep doing that if it's working so well for you. If everyone is doing it and it's so good, keep doing it. But as for you, as for I and my household and my entity and myself, we are going to follow what is best for us. So that will be the little message for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and follow the channel. It really helps the channel grow. And thank you all who have been supporting me and supporting the channel, even supporting me on TikTok. We are growing slowly but surely, and I'm so happy for each and every one of you who is a part of Feminine Takeoff's community. Thank you so much for tuning in here with the Feminine Takeoff. As always, we take off to better ourselves. Mwah.